How loud is my voice in comparison to the game? I think it's quite good. Okay. Heck. Hello, this is my submission video for Supertux 100%. We're going to be 100%ing Antarctica, which means we have to beat every level in Antarctica. We have to beat it in the level target time. We have to collect every coin, every bad guy, access every secret in every stage. And since it's a speedrun, we're going to be trying doing it as fast as possible. So I brought out my ringtail splits for some good luck. But anyway, I feel like the game might be a little bit quiet, but it seems to be fine. So yeah, immediately you're going to be seeing a lot of differences from the any percent run, but it should be fun. I'll explain a lot of what I'm doing during the run, so time will begin in 3, 2, 1, and that should be closed. 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, so I've immediately made a mistake upon entry. That's fine, I'm sorry. I'm used to doing any percent. In any percent you just run through the stage. In 100% we actually collect everything immediately from the bat. That was what's called an ICK. It's a frame perfect trick. I did not intend to do that, by the way. I just got it by chance, so I'm not actually a god. Sometimes there are positions where you just can't get it. So positions smaller than a frame. But we won't talk about that. Anyway, just collect all the stuff. And yeah, moving on to the next level. Now, we've still got the level target time to beat. If you saw at the beginning of the level, there was a thing called level target time, and it had 30 seconds. You have to beat the stage in under 30 seconds, and get every coin, secret, bad guy, to see the level have a flashing dot. So every level has a dot. If it's green and flashing, then it's been 100%ed. So yes, I think the first thing I should explain is how I'm managing to shoot so many bullets of fireballs. So in this game there's a feature called power-up stacking. That was actually a pretty good level. I feel like I might have missed something if that was really good. There's a feature called power-up stacking, and this basically makes it so the more power-ups you grab, like the better. So every fireball or every power-up I'm grabbing here grants me an extra fireball. And you'll also be seeing in the run later on, there's a trick called power-up swapping. So when you've got a power-up stacked, you can actually swap it out for another power-up. So I can swap this for an air flower. So long as I don't die with the air flower, I can then collect a fire flower and have the stacked properties of my fire flowers still there. So it's a little bit complicated, but we do abuse that in the run. A lot of people don't notice it, but it is done on purpose, and it's just a little quality of life thing to make the run just a little bit more faster, so we don't have to re-grab all of our fire flowers. It is important to note that since we have stacked power-ups and they're incredibly valuable, if we take one hit, we lose all of our stacked power-ups. So it's the equivalent of just losing 6 fire flowers, dying, if I have 6 stacked. This is really awkward, but it's fine. That's not fine. Deaths are very punishing in this version, or in this category even. You can lose anything from a second to a minute. Not even a minute, sorry, 6 minutes. I'm talking about any percent when I say a minute. This is really bad. We have to get this switch. We have to ideally kill that guy, because we're going to be falling down on him in a second. I mean, well, we're not going to be anymore, but this section is really awkward to do. If you miss the coin, you have to restart and lose a good minute. So it's important that you get that coin. Because those platforms are one-time use only, they don't respawn, and they don't regenerate on reload, so keep that in mind. Unfortunately, there isn't any fast cycle for this. There is an 061, but it's slow. I mean, it's not slow, sorry. 061 is just slow in general. So yeah. This would probably be a good time to read a donation or something if that was the thing. If there was one. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting for the cycle. And once we're up here, we just kill this stuff. Grab these 2 coins. And simply finish the level. I've gone the wrong way. My PB actually, like, dies here midway in the level, which is kind of funny. I think the next thing I should talk about is the jumpy glitch. We don't really have a name for it because it's like it's so rare, but I've had it happen in runs, and I don't do many runs of this. The jumpy glitch is basically, you don't have to collect that, by the way. The jumpy glitch is like a jumpy will sometimes load in and be invincible, completely invincible. You can't use cheats to get rid of it, and you can't really do anything to get rid of it, it just exists. I'm pretty sure it counts as a bad guy, so it still thinks there's a bad guy in the level, which means you have to redo killing all the bad guys again, if you have that in your run. So it is really, really bad if that happens. It can happen anywhere. Oh my goodness. That is a huge mistake. So basically, I was doomed. Now, the reason I can't just take the death is a bit of a story. Like, the game doesn't count everything you've done after a checkpoint. I mean, before a checkpoint. So if you do a checkpoint, and you've killed a bunch of bad guys, then it will just not count it at all. And you'll have to kill the bad guys again before the checkpoint, so it's just faster to restart the level. Usually I would reset to losing a minute here, but unfortunately I made another mistake, so it's not really going to be a minute. It's going to be a bit more. So this is quite unfortunate. This is what I mean by it being a punishing category. I went for a really risky strat that would probably only save like 2 seconds, and it really, really bit me in the arse. So marathon safe strats are pretty much needed for this category, so I will work on those. That's also quite risky, I probably shouldn't do that either. So we should just be doing that instead. And this would have been good if it wasn't with the death, so that was really good, that little jump there. So yeah, unfortunate, but it's what it is. This is 100%, that is kind of common. It's a lot more common in mid-game, because mid-game is actually a lot more punishing than early game, funnily enough. Mid-game you just get a bunch of weird routing differences, so yeah, it just gets a little bit strange. I'll talk about the routing a bit more. Right, I guess I can talk about the route now actually, there's not really much to this stage. So the route in this run is basically the product of mistakes by the developers. And what that means is the developers, or level designers, when making this world, was that in one of the levels, Entrance to the Cave, it is impossible to grab all of the coins in the spring section of the level. It's impossible to grab all of the coins in one go unless you have the air flower. It really sucks because it means you need to have the air flower when doing all collectibles. And that is slow. The reason why it's slow is because fireballs, look at, like, I'm spamming so many fireballs, one of them touches an enemy, they're dead, you know? So it's just really, really fast to kill enemies like this than hopping on their heads or using an ice cube to kill the spikies. The only way to kill these spikies are with fireballs, so it's important that we have a fire flower with us to do the all collectibles of these categories, of these levels even, what am I saying? We're gonna get one cycle there. We're gonna jump on the spring eventually. This is awkward. I've never had this situation. That was weird. So yeah, the level designers made a mistake in a level, and if that wasn't enough, they also made another mistake in another level, which means you need an air flower to beat it. That guy takes care of himself, I think. I actually don't know about that. I haven't done this category in about a month, so I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the next box is a power-up, or okay. Yeah, it's not a coin. You don't need to collect power-ups. You don't need to collect power-ups. And you don't need to collect one-ups as well. They're not really necessary for the completion. I'm just gonna wait for that. It's safer. Whoops. That's pretty good. So yeah, so the fact that we need an air flower basically means, why don't we just use the air flower to do the any percent version of every stage? Because every stage ultimately needs to be done in two ways: all collectibles and any percent. And since the air flower has such a high vertical movement speed and horizontal movement speed, we use it to do the any percent stages and complete one of the requirements for 100%, like in the same go. This part is very awkward. It's very like, you can't redo this if you mess it up, so I'm being quite careful. Tried going for an instant backflip, but those are pretty difficult. You have to like do it the moment you land, otherwise it buffers a butt jump for some reason. I'm just taking things nice and slowly here. So yeah, I did think of a strat for this level. It's sort of like a backup. If you enter this level without a fire flower, you can do a frame perfect ICK, and it's pretty cool. The ICK, it only saves like a second though, so it's like not even worth it. So yeah, it's just, you know, there's examples of micro optimizations that you can do, but no one really goes for because of just how long and punishing this category can be. So yeah, I guess I haven't really fully explained the route thing. It's really difficult to word, especially when I'm doing a run and trying to remember if I haven't forgotten anything. I don't know how to explain it. So the air flower, we're going to be forced to need when we do entrance to the cave, and entrance to the cave is coming up, so it's after like night chill and all of that. Entrance to the cave, we have to run through the level with the air flower, collect 5 coins, run all the way back to the beginning of the level, and then collect every coin, every enemy. This is really awkward. This is a really awkward section because there's this flying platform, and if you miss it, you die. And yeah, it's just weird. So we need the air flower for that stage. So before entering it, we do any percent of all of the beginning stages. So in a bit you'll start to see me like switch over from having a fire flower, and soon we'll get an air flower, and the air flower will store all of the stuff we got from our fire flower, and it will basically make it better to run. Right, I didn't forget anything, so I don't know why that's a huge gold, because that's really confusing. Oh my goodness. So we're going to do Night Chill all collectibles, we're going to do Above the Arctic Skies all collectibles, which is what we're doing right now, and then we're going to do Into the Stars, and then after that we're going to grab the air flower. And we're going to grab the air flower doing any percent of this stage. So any percent of this stage means we end the stage with the air flower, basically. Oh no, I've really messed up. I'm getting quite confused actually on what I'm supposed to do. This isn't good. I basically had to get rid of that, and the only way I could do that is by restarting. This is really bad. This probably won't happen on the day. I would be familiar, at least, with the run. This is my first run in a month. We don't grab it. We do that. Okay. We're back to where we were. Only lost like 30 seconds from that, so it's not that bad. There is a glitch there where if you get inside that Springs hitbox, which is possible, you take damage, and that is like a 40-second time loss. Speaking of time losses, this guy needs to come down. There you go. That was dumb. That was a really dumb mistake of me. I don't know where that guy's gone, but he's disappeared. We need to climb up this elevator to get this guy, and then we can just fall down. Yeah, just a little bit of optimal movement here. These guys are RNG, you couldn't tell. Anyway, night chill time. I don't think that's a secret, so we don't need to get it. It is a secret in the old version, but it's not a secret in this version, so we don't need to get it. This level has a few things that I might be able to forget, so I need to remember them. There are a few secrets in this stage which are just really out of the way and awkward. He just falls down. You can grab these coins by going underneath, but it's so risky. Like, it is actually a precise jump. Like, in this game, that's a glitch by the way, in this game, hold on, there's a little trick you can do with those. For some reason the coin hitbox is a little bit big. Oh no, do I have to restart? I've never done that. That is actually tremendously bad. Unique, to say the least. You have to break those those boxes with a bomb, and that was the only bomb in sight, so... And I just killed it preemptively, so that's not good. See what I meant about punishing category? We're only like 90 minutes in and I've already lost minutes to my summer best, so it's not like the most fun category ever. There you go. I forgot what I was saying earlier, so I'm just gonna leave it. I don't know what you're doing, I don't know where you're going. Okay, the other guy sorted himself out. That's a... this is a power-up box, I think. A lot of these are just safe strats. Mainly, you know, I've said that it's way too punishing to go for some strats here. Plus, cycles are really, really awkward. We don't have every fireball mapped out, so it's not like we know exactly where we're going to be at a certain time. We do for any percent, to some extent, but not for 100%. Oh god. So this part is a little bit awkward. 1, 2, 3. You can actually do 4. I believe you can do 5, but it's like dumb. And it's again risky. Ideally we don't want to shoot our fireballs at all over here, because these guys can be a bit trolly. They can just shoot up randomly. Cool. I have missed the coin up there before, and I had to restart the stage because of it, so it is important that you get that. It is also important that you do this, because sometimes the guy has bad RNG, and he likes to stay up and float a bit. That was very risky. There is a cycle here that you can do, which is really weird. But it saves having to wait the time, so we can read a donation. You don't do anything here. I do, however, have to check out for raining things. Sometimes a bouncy snowball can rain down on you. I'm just going to be a little bit safe, make sure the... Okay. I've had a run where one of the enemies just ran away, and I didn't notice. I thought they died, but nope. They just ran away. I don't know why I backflipped. This is actually not that good. But I am saving time over PB, so... This is actually quite slow for what it was. Okay, so now we do a complete 180. And we go and do an any percent. So soon we'll start seeing some dots flashing, hopefully. If I've done everything right, we should. So Tux has got his air flower. He's looking fancy. I don't think we need to grab 3, but I'm going to grab 3 because it's what we do in regular any percent. And it's genuinely just safer. Because we can do ice in the hole skip with it. That is a strat I do not go for at any percent though, however. That little cycle skip is insanely hard. That was actually a really big gold. Probably because of all the new strats. That level we do in any percent, so I've got a lot of new strats for that stage. But anyway, look at this. You see how fast the air flower is? We're definitely going to beat the level in 30 seconds, which is the level target time. So, yeah. We're just zooming along here. It's quite a spectacle. We don't normally have the air flower in any percent like this. Usually at any percent we get the air flower like later on. So this is like completely unique platforming that you only do in 100%. You don't even do this in all levels. Like, it's just because of how the route is we get to do this. So it's really, really cool. So yeah, that's a bit of a mistake. Oh yeah, same rules apply here. If I take death, or if I take a hit in this power-up, I lose like a minute. If I take a death, it's extremely bad. If I take a death now, I lose my power-up stack from the fire flower. I lose the air flower. And I lose the time that I was in the level. So, a lot of repercussions. 40 seconds from losing the air flower, I have to redo the stage where they have the air flower. About 3 minutes-ish for the fire flower stack that we had going on. It takes a while to build that back up, and you're quite slow when you only have a few bullets. Oh my goodness, I could've... okay, that's fine. There's a little swag cycle you can go for. Saves a minute amount of time. But you can see all of those dots are flashing, and that's because we beat them 100%. So that's fun. Yeah, there isn't really much to say except for just enjoy the satisfying platforming movement of the air flower. This area is a little bit awkward, so we just kind of take it a bit safe. You can completely scale over that ice cube, but again, taking it safe. So even with that mistake, we're like ahead. Well, we saved time even, not ahead. We're definitely not ahead. My beginning was way too bad for that. I thought I wouldn't lose my speed there. That's quite interesting, actually. Oh, I guess there is another thing I can talk about. Cancelling your downwards momentum with a light tap with the air flower gives you a short hover, and it can be particularly useful in some situations. I didn't expect to gold that of all things. Oh my goodness, really? I have a big time save here as well, that's quite interesting. Stone Cold is a very difficult level, in every single case. It's difficult in 100%, any percent, in pretty much everything. You don't actually have to jump on that spring at all, you can just scale with the wall, but I forgot about it. Yeah, Stone Cold is just overall really awkward. No one really likes it. It's got a stone cold heart, they would say. Oh no. So this is why I have a 36-second time save. Because I made that mistake in my PB. And I just remembered because I'm feeling the exact same amount of anguish as I did back then. Is anguish the right... Is anguish the right word? I'm not sure. But I should have jumped. Well, I thought I jumped, but I guess I should talk about how this game handles jumps. So, in the old version, you can jump from a ledge pretty leniently. The game wouldn't like penalize you for that, but in this game, if you're like an eighth of a tile from a ledge, you will not be able to jump off of it. If you're at like full speed. I don't know why. Fuck, what? That was weird, to say the least. But you can see like what I mean by punishing. Like in Stone Cold, we lost 50 seconds to a few deaths. Not a few deaths, but a few restarts. They're like deaths, only that you don't lose your shit afterwards. There we go. Okay, really annoying, but that's fine. This level I don't usually have the air flower in as well, so this is quite an experience. Like, I'm used to being boring old Slowtux in this. Yeah, that was a really nice cycle. Wrong level. So this stage in any percent is not as bad as it is in 051 actually, but it's still pretty bad. In 0.5.1 you're trying to do this extremely specific stair jump, and the world record doesn't even do it, and it saves like a second. It's one of the world record's major time save, is that Cerberus literally loses about a second to me on that stage, so it's quite interesting. But oh god, I was going to do a duck jump there. If you've seen my 0.6.0 any percent run, you'll know what that looks like. My any percent submission video, yeah. It's a little bit fast. I've actually done that today, so that is quite annoying. It loses a good 40, I think, 40-ish seconds. If I remember. Yeah, really unfortunate. Yeah, damn. My gold can be improved quite a bit here, actually. Yeah, my gold can definitely be improved. I easily lost more than 21 seconds. Right, now we do entrance to the cave. Any percent? Hold on. Yeah, we do any percent. So, yeah, we're gonna go to ice in the hole. Now remember, a while ago I was talking about any percent. No, I was talking about, fuck. Nice skip. I didn't get that in my any percent run. I was talking about ice in the hole, needing an air flower to beat it 100%. So we're gonna do that because, well, first we're gonna do ice in the hole any percent, which is a difficult section of the run. But we do it because reasons. We do a skip called Ice in the Hole skip. You've seen it in any percent. It saves like 16 seconds. It's pretty cool. Oh, I guess that's why I want to redo my any percent submission video, because I don't talk about how much time anything saves. Oh well. A little bit of precise platforming here. I'm going to wait a bit for this cycle. That was actually quite a chunky gold. Very interesting. And that run, that under the ice wasn't even that good. I can probably save another 5 seconds over that. Maybe even 6. But yeah. I'm all warmed up on any percent, so I should be good for these stages. I'm gonna wait for that cycle because it's... the actual strat for that is really, really hard. I don't even know how to do it, because it's... I saw how hard it was and I just gave up. It saves like half a second, it's not worth it. I'm probably gonna go for the cycle skip here. I think I might as well. I've done it in any percent. Yeah, okay, that was almost bad. I don't know how I clutched it out. But anyway, this is ice in the hole any percent. So we're gonna beat the level target time, which is what I mean by any percent. Shit. That's really annoying. Unfortunate. It's not necessary, but like... oh goodness. So that is what a failed attempt looks like. We're trying to tap our glide button in just the right way so we can not fall as far. And for some reason the air flower just decides to get rid of all of my air time. So we're actually going to be losing time quite a bit, maybe like 10, which is really annoying, but it is what this game is. High risk strats, usually low reward. So now we're going to do a section called All Collectibles. This is a very long segment of the run. Because it's very awkward. So there's a secret area up here. You notice I have an air flower. Now, I was saying earlier, having an air flower when doing this is very slow. And that is true. Except for this part. It's fast to have it. Sort of. I don't know, this is a really, really weird case. The reason we have an air flower is because the devs are bad and they made a mistake. Basically, there's supposed to be a button on that other side of the ice, and that button is supposed to let these platforms down. And these platforms, the ones that are stuck in the ceiling, these ones, they're supposed to come down, and they are supposed to, I am supposed to grab this, they're supposed to let you into the secret, but we don't have that. Anyway, the instance of power-up swapping is being showcased now. We just went from an air flower back to a fire flower, and we have all of our bullets still here. So that's really useful, so we don't have to wait a bunch of time. Whoops. I don't know what that button's for. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know much about this stage. I've never really bothered to look into this stage too much because the route we already do is pretty fast. I almost died and I would have been upset. That is a precise jump, not to be understated. Ledge jumping, I've mentioned already, in this game is really, really bad. A lot of times you'll find yourself doing really, really precise jumps. So yeah, I don't know why I went and grabbed this. It's not a coin or anything. You don't actually need to grab that fire flower because it's not needed for a flashing level dot, which is what we determine 100% as. It's like when you get that flashing level dot. Anyway, this area is difficult because of these precise jumps. So this is the last precise jump we have to do, and we nail it, so... Just in time for this cycle as well, so actually we have to do a second precise jump, but it's fine. There's a lot of coin boxes just scattered everywhere. Right. I'm going to save your ears. There is a glitch in this game where if one of these coins gets stuck in a wall, which can happen there, or in a ceiling even, it makes a horrific sound. And by that it means it activates a sound every frame. And that sound every frame is a really high-pitched sound. So that should be everything. Yeah. So now we do Miyamoto Monument, any percent. This is another really difficult stage. All of the mid-game stages for any percent are really, really bad. If you take damage midway, you can lose a lot of time. So unfortunately this is going to be like the slow-paced bit of the run. Oh my goodness, please. So we're going to grab these, we're going to grab an ice cube. Oh my goodness, please. That guy's gonna sort himself out. I need to grab these coins. If I forgot that, I would have been quite... Oh my god, no, that's really bad. There is no backup. There is no possible backup, I think. There is no backup. The next ice cube is in ages. That is insane! I've never seen that. Definitely a bug. I don't know why he somehow lost some speed. That's the only explanation, is he lost speed. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What a shame. That is really unfair as well, because I didn't do anything wrong. I threw the ice cube in the right space. God. I guess this is why they give us 2, huh? The reason we can't really pick up ice cubes, like, on slopes is because of that. You kick them for some reason. Oh my goodness. Right, and then we just do that to speed it up. That was not intentional, but it looked cool as heck. But you can see now we're losing like a good 2 minutes to something that inevitably wasn't even our fault. Did I say inevitably? I'm not speaking correctly, am I? Whoops. Oh, that was a very, very quick reaction by me. Yeah, don't run into bombs explosions. They kill you. It's not a good idea. Anyway, we go down this pipe, and there's a nice little heart here. I think this is, yeah, this is Miyamoto's monument, so it's obviously a reference to Mario, 1-2 Mario. So we have a little heart there for Miyamoto, because we love him so much. That coin box, oh, that box has a power-up in it, not a coin, so we can just skip it. I really shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I've actually made a huge mistake. Okay, so... this is extremely bad. At this point I would just reset. This is one of the reasons why this category is not marathon safe. So I am actually probably just considering giving this run up. Oh my goodness. Well, that was really annoying. I keep playing risky. Okay. Oh my god, dude, please. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Oh yeah, I think I should mention, if you crouch and jump, sorry, if you crouch and fire a fireball, your fireballs have a different trajectory. Oh my god, this could not get any worse, and it somehow did. So, this is really bad. I've never had this bad of a run. So luckily, there is this. Our saving grace. We're back to 1 bullet. Really? Of course, why wouldn't it? So, if you wanted to know how close we were to finishing the level, well, we were like really, really close. So yeah. In other words, that sucked. That was 4 minutes of time loss. I'd like to reiterate, 4 minutes. And that's why this category is dog shit. It's kind of hard to not have like... It's kind of hard to not be like somewhat disappointed after that. I don't care about PB, like I can't PB. My PB is actually really good. I don't care about PB or not. I just care about actually getting a decent run. And this isn't one of them. Can't even make that cycle. There is a cycle you can make here. It's stupid. Oh, okay. That's all we need from that. I guess like any percent we can probably still get some nice golds here. There is a very difficult section at the end of this level, which cannot be underestimated. We have to grab this switch. And we have to wait for the cycle, unfortunately. I don't think there's a faster one. Really unfortunate. Whoops. But you have to go back. Please jump. We're actually somehow losing time. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea where my time loss was in this stage. So I think my section for my gold was actually perfect, which is quite weird. Anyway, we're back over ground now, so back to positivity. We have to finish this level with a power-up, because we're going back to any percent. So this is another sky level, which means, whoop-de-doo, we have air flowers in this stage instead of fire flowers or anything like that. Which means if we lose our fire flower, we have to restart. Unless we want to lose 2 minutes to faffing around, trying to grab coins and stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna go up here. Usually you have to go on that spring, but nah, we don't want to. Okay, we're just gonna jump down here actually. That is a power-up. Right, I'm pretty sure it's important that we don't kill those guys. These guys like to be a little bit random. Oh, it's not actually these guys, okay. It's more like these guys. These guys can be really bad sometimes. Did they come later on? Or did I just straight up... My memory is not serving me well right now. Anyway. I think we already took care of them. But yeah, we should be losing a bit of time in a bit. My gold for this is... Wait, hold on a second. Did I miss something? I must have missed something. Because it's extremely weird that I've just golded by that much. That doesn't make sense. I guess it does, kind of. I'm so confused. Anyway. I guess that's a thing then. I don't know how to gold potential there, but I guess we do. I got the power up, so now we're doing any percent again. And we are like nearing to the end of the run. We're about halfway. This is halfway through the run, considering, well, accounting for any future mistakes, this is halfway. This ending part is really, really awkward. You kind of have to just wait for those guys to move. Hopefully we can just snag some more golds and stuff. Oh my goodness, please. Why did I do a duck jump? That's confusing. I thought I wasn't going to make that. Yeah, I thought I was way overboard there, so I probably wouldn't have gotten a buffered jump. So I decided to take it just a little bit slowly. So now we got to do all collectibles. And this is where the route gets a bit funky. So we're doing all collectibles right now. You can see. But we've got to go all the way to the end of the level to grab the, what I'm going to call developer coins. So here they are. These are the developer coins. You have to get them like one by one. Maybe 2 by 2 if you're good. There you go. 2 in a row. And now what we do is we just go all the way back to the beginning of the level. So we just do like a little bit of stuff here and there. Jesus Christ. If we lost our power up there, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. Actually, wait, hold on, I've made a mistake. I'm supposed to grab you, my wonderful assistant, which means... Okay, that is extremely lucky. We don't have to reset. Oh goodness. Oh god, dude. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I think the cave level's probably the most boring, because they're not like... You can't really see much, and they're really punishing. So usually we take them quite safe. But levels like these, it's like lots of room for error. It's very spacious, not cramped, so we don't really bump our heads a lot, which usually causes some problems. That is just how hard you can mash. That guy is still going. Epic. Technically we don't have to. We can just do this. You can actually grab the coin without shooting it, which is pretty cool. But again, buffering jumps off of ledges, I've said before, in this version it's really hard to do. So to do that optimally, it's actually really difficult because you don't have much room to mess up. So there you go. Do short hops there. Oh. Alright, under the ice, all collectibles. Another difficult stage, really difficult. I remember messing this up a lot in my PB. Oh, but thankfully I can't see what my PB even gets, so that's useful. Well, this segment should be like 2 minutes long. And this is like the first really difficult part of the stage, is that you have to jump on these blocks in a way that makes it so you can get back. And that's the only way to do it. Oh goodness. We don't actually need to get that coin box, or that, it's a one-up. I just keep saying coin box because they look the same, but the contents are different. So this is one of the reasons why this level sucks, this section here. We're gonna burst this coin box open and we're gonna make sure none of the coins can fly into the void. Some coins can fly into the void. I don't think any flew into the void there. Sometimes they do, it's random. And you kind of just have to make sure they don't. It's RNG. And it loses a good 2 minutes when you mess it up. Trying to buffer backflips are difficult. Oh, are you kidding me? There's a strat you can do where you manipulate your fireball to be really weird and do weird stuff. Living in a fridge. This level I did super well in my PB from my memory. And this is quite the opposite of that. Okay, good. The most important thing is that you get those guys before they fall down. If they fall down, you can say goodbye to about 30 seconds. Because it's just so annoying to platform, like everything from there. Oh, it's really, really dangerous to get stuck on this ice because it locks your momentum for a certain amount of time. And then all you can do is just, like, pray. So we're going to go up here and activate that ice cube, because if you go below and do it instead, then bad stuff. So yeah, we do a bit of spray and pray. Oh goodness, that was almost really bad. I thought I could make that jump. I'm just too used to any percent. In any percent you can make that jump because the air flower gives you more height. Oh my goodness. That is a mistake I've never done. It doesn't mean a lot since the rest of the stage is pretty much over. But, like, oh my goodness, I cannot make that mistake again. Luckily we get a power up like right at the beginning of this level. This level we have a lot of time saving. That's just because my PB is bad. And this level's actually quite hard. You can do duck jumps there, but my keyboard is bad. That is my excuse. I can't input those keys. I almost fell down. Wow. Alright. Okay, so I should probably explain why this level is actually really bad. This guy is complete and utter RNG. So there is a secret right here. If that guy changes his direction when you're jumping, you are completely screwed and you've lost 2 minutes. Oh my god, that is really bad. Oh, that is horrendously bad. That is actually like a level of bad that I don't think I can quite describe. This is backup right now. This is our backup. That is horrendous. I've never made that mistake like that before. Right, Icy Valley. Okay. We've got to pray. I don't know where the fire flowers are for the beginning of the state. Okay. Okay, here they are. Okay, we're back on track. So, bit of unfortunate events. So at least now we have a sub 120 summer vest. But you can see now the disadvantages of not having your power-up stacked. Like, it's quite obvious. Yeah. I'm actually what we call a fuckwit. I don't know what to do in this situation. I actually have no idea. Because I swear there's... I actually don't know what to do because this run actually could have been somewhat Good. Until that happened. That's gonna kill him. Yep, I knew it. I am in desperate need of a power-up right now. And I'm not getting one. This is horrendous. This is beyond terrible. This level is usually very easy. Okay. If that damaged me, I probably just would have called it there. These guys are very, very weird. Are you kidding? It's just a swag strat. I'm not trying to like be fast. Okay. I think that was everything. I didn't really check. This level has a big time save in it for some reason. I don't know why. My endgame, I think, was really bad in my PB. Oh my goodness, I really should not do that. Okay. Okay, this is bad. Alright. Okay, so... Are you kidding? We missed that cycle. Sometimes you don't get height from jumping off of ladders. What I just did was extremely risky. I should never do that again. Anyway, we have to get those coins. Also, when you see my screen go down, I'm doing a thing called peeking. Or sneaking, it used to be called. I think it's now called peeking. Not like Peking duck, but it's if you press, like, if you set your keys, I don't know how to explain it. My brain is like fried right now because this run, it's just, I don't normally do runs like this. I don't know what I'm doing. I could have just killed that guy way sooner. You can sneak left and right in this game, and it like moves the camera. It doesn't affect enemy cycles or anything. I'm not gonna risk going this way. Oh my goodness, really? I almost forgot that. Okay. You can move the camera. It doesn't affect enemy cycles because enemy cycles only load a certain distance away from the camera. Like, it's a fixed constant. Oh my goodness. No point in getting the checkpoint. If I die, all of my progress isn't saved, because the game is very well made. So I'm just waiting for that cycle. It's just like slight things here and there that are adding up. Okay, now we go all the way back to go and do Frozen Bridge. This run can PB technically, but I'm not really too interested in a PB. Like, I guess I'll still try, but this run really sucks, and it'd kind of suck to have this as my PB. It probably won't PB, I've probably forgotten something very small. Are you kidding? All of those were cancelled. Oh no. They were cancelled. Cancel culture is going way too far, guys. Nice, really optimal jumps right there. Oh my goodness, I need to kill this guy, thank you. Frustration. It's just this game. I'm not taking any chances, I'm just spamming my buttons. Really, I'm losing time. How interesting. Now, it says like 5 seconds of time save. I think it's a little bit more. This level is also really hard. I don't think I've gotten a perfect version of this level before, but essentially there's some just really punishing bits. One of which is coming up now. This guy is complete RNG. Oh my god, and just see what I mean by like awkwardness, this level. In particular is quite awkward. Okay. So that was the hard bit over. Oh, okay. If that was any later, oh god. And for some reason I get like an insane amount of speed for no reason. This game is really consistent at everything. What do you want about? Oh my god. Dude, get the thing. I don't know why that is a thing, but like... okay, let's not do that again. That was not clever. Don't do that at home, kids. Okay, so I've never made it on top of here in one go. So this is actually like what we consider good. Which is why I'm a little confused right now as to why this is happening. Because if we can nail this level, like it's a pretty high chance we'll PB. There is a strat where you can sort of catch the coins while they're raining down, but I've never done it, so... Now there is a way to 100% this in one segment, but it's really hard. So we're going to be going for it. I think it's already dead. Yeah, it's already dead. I have a lot of time save here. I think the reason for that is because I actually made a lot of mistakes in this run. Well, quite clearly. I mean, I just made like a lot of risky mistakes. Going for this cycle, or this target time, is insane. It's the hardest strat, like, in 100%. It's so hard that I've only got it once, and that was in a run. I don't know how I did it. It's not my gold, just keep in mind. The way the golds kind of work is a bit weird, so technically, actually the gold would be, yeah, the gold would be the fastest time I'm done. But that was definitely not it. Definitely not 100%, but it is, like, for example, that was way above the level target time. Now this is one of the longest segments in the run, 5 minutes long. Absolute chunky level. It's like the bonus level of Supertux. Really difficult. Don't make, it's not huge if you make an error, but if you make a lot, your run is over. Now this is also the level that I'm least good at, like optimized at, so I don't have many strats. I don't remember every coin box, every coin location, all that stuff. I don't know the cycles, so for example I missed this cycle, I'm gonna cost myself a bit of time there. You can't kill these crystal, they're called crystallos, I should mention. You can't kill them with fireballs. Now you notice I missed a bunch of coins back here. Technically faster to backtrack and get these. I didn't miss anything there, so we're all good. Now you can do something here. Actually, no we can't, because we're slow. Yeah, so we can't do that. But it's fine anyway, because that's faster. I guess we can get that on the way back. Usually it's good to just keep the fire flowers, like, already just on hold. So if you do take damage, you can grab a fire flower. Also, if you take a lot of damage, so if you completely lose your big Tux power-up, you can get straight to fire flower without having to get the growth egg. So it's good to have those on hold while you do a difficult section. And also you need the fire flower to do that, so even if like we had an air flower, like technically it would be a little bit faster to do air flower with this stage because there aren't many jumpy dudes. Even though it is technically faster, it's not possible really, because of stuff. We have to have the fire flower there, and then if we get rid of the air flower, we can't get it back. Oh my goodness. Missing this cycle. But this stage is really beautiful. It's one of the... It is the most well-designed stage, in my opinion. It is absolutely stunning. Perfect soundtrack. It's just perfection, really. Like, from a level designer's perspective, such as myself, it's just wonderful. Anyway, since we missed that cycle earlier, we miss this cycle. Not a huge deal, but not great either. So now we have this door. A lot of my time save is actually in this section. We don't want to go fireball crazy. Well, actually we do for this part. But we don't for this part. The reason why is because we're going to do a little bit of a strat. So you see this ice cube? We're going to leave him to just sort of flick around in there. Then we're going to kill him. He's done all of our labour for us and now he's dead. So it's quite mean. But it is what it is. This is Supertux after all. No survivors. Oh goodness. I guess this is quite relatable to the genocide run in Undertale. You literally kill everything. I never considered that, but like... Oh, I'm stupid. I don't know why I did this. I've locked myself in. I, for some reason, decided to kill that ice cube guy. They're called ice guys. Just call them ice cubes. This should be the end of the level. Perfect. That's not even... doesn't even say that much time. Ooh. 6-second gold. Nice. Really epic. Now we're gonna do 100%. Yay! This is the final stretch. And I fall off already. Nice. So, any percent of all of the levels that we were just doing now. This is the final 9-ish minutes of the run. I love how I'm 0.34 behind my PB. That's quite funny. So I now have to rely on my any percent skills to PB. That's quite funny. I am known for my any percent skills, but if I was known for my any percent skills, then I wouldn't have had this time save in the first place, wouldn't I? That would have golded, but it's unfortunate. Oh, Between Two Glaciers has a really nice skip with the air flower that we get to do. So, you saw in the 100%, we have to get rid of these, like, crystals, these like, I don't know what they're called. We had to break these unstable tiles. And yeah, to get under this massive wall, but we can just skip that because we're speedrunners. There is a theoretical skip in this level where, ooh, that was nice, where you do some really fancy stuff. You do like an air flower glide abuse, which is just insane. Oh my fucking god, I've never made that mistake. And then you Kaizo jump, and you just barely get above this ledge, and you skip the entire climb up, so you skip a button press as well. So it is technically a button skip. But yeah, really unfortunate what happened there. Not a big time loss, but I cannot make another mistake now, otherwise it is a huge time loss. But that is the skip. 23 seconds. Jesus. It's still possible. I have to have had everything done perfectly, and there is a chance in 100% where sometimes that's just like not possible. So yeah, we're also gonna have to do No Locks Castle, which will lose a minute. So I don't think this is PB pace, I'm not sure. Did I just... okay. I just completely forgot about this stage. But yeah, there isn't really much to say now, other than we're doing any percent of the levels. The next biggest skip from here is Crystal Mine Skip, and this is the biggest skip in Supertux, I think. I mean, Ancient Ruins Skip is a pretty big skip as well, but Crystal Mine Skip saves like 2 minutes, I think. It saves a lot of time, okay? Like, it's so huge. Yeah, you can see here, minute and 58 time save, so we're definitely on pace. But we probably will lose a minute to having to do this stage. So yeah, Crystal Mine Skip is insane. It's not a difficult trick, you can literally boot up the game and do it yourself. It's so easy, it's so free. You don't even need the air flower to do it. It's actually the most broken skip in Tux. When we enter the Crystal Mine, we're going to do a backflip and get above the level. And yeah. So we can see that's flashing. Those dots are all flashing. The first 3 are flashing. Crystal Mine Skip time. This could be a 132. This is a 132 pace. So backflip, and now we're on the ceiling. And this is so insane. I found this the day the game came out. Also, I should mention, pretty much every skip I've showcased in this run, I think every skip actually, was found by me. Like, on the day or the day after the game was released, or this version was released, sorry. Other people who have helped finding skips in this run, Zwar Totem has helped find some skips as well. But this is 100% Antarctica. So that's flashing. That's all flashing. We need to make sure every level dot is flashing in this world, just so we can verify it. That's all flashing. All of this is flashing. Everything is flashing. Excellent. We've actually done it. That is 100% in 132. That is actually quite amazing. I didn't expect to PB this run because it was so terrible throughout the whole run, and I just clutched it out at the end.